All right, Vancouver is finally back, and it's time for us to really get into the meat of this season. We're coming off a fantastic win, which is one of the greatest, biggest wins of all time against the Knicks. We won by 73, which ties the record for the largest win in the history of the league, which I did not expect going into opening night of Year 8, but here we are. And it's time for us in probably, a couple of weeks, because I really want to watch this game right here against the league's best duo with Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum on the road at TD Garden. And we can also see the debut of our black away uniforms, which I am very excited to see in person. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to just get right down to it and sim the next couple of weeks. Ah, you're kidding me, man. Carney's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Are you serious? Who do we put in his place to play pretty much the same kind of a role? There is Dalen Battle, who we brought in. There is also Chuma Okeke. There is Omer Azette, Tyus Jones. So with Carney hurt, you could either go with Dalen Battle or Azette to fill that role, although, neither guy is really as good of a ball handler as Carney is in terms of, playing point guard and playmaking. But I think we can rock with Azette in a limited role off the bench. I'm not going to change anybody else's minutes. I'll just give these minutes straight up to Azette and see how he operates. And we'll go with this until Carney comes back from his injury. But it should be probably like a week to a week and a half. Or not a week, a month to a month and a half until he returns. And after that, we have finally simmed all the way to the matchup against Boston on the 16th of November, and we are off to a really good start, much better than last year. We are at 9-3 to start the season. Chemistry has gone down only because Carney got hurt, so that obviously has to be built back up with Azette now back in the fold. But we are second in the power rankings, third in the conference with a 9-3 record, and the only two teams above us are the 12-2 Spurs and the 10-3 Pelicans, so they're trying to really prove themselves. And we have been perfect on the road, and we're 3-3 at home, averaging 116 points per game, when last year we averaged about 111 per game at the end of it. So, not even a month in, but still good signs right there. We're shooting well from three, and overall as a team, we are passing much better than we did last year. The numbers look pretty good, so I'm feeling good about where we are, and I guess we'll see what happens. But first, let's check these box scores and see if anything crazy has happened these last couple of weeks. So first, we took down the Grizzlies on the road. Wiggins had 16 points for Memphis. And then a lot of guys in double figures, but nobody really had a good day besides DeJounte Murray. But even still, 12-12 is kind of low for him on the scoring side. Looks like the Woodsmen got 39 for Anderson in his second game of the season. Carney had 19 off the bench in this one. And other guys had some good days as well. Tyrese Halliburton, 13 and 15. Very similar numbers as to Murray. Don Payne, 8 and 12 with 2 steals and 3 blocks. And Keon Murphy had 4 blocks in this one. Then we took down the Golden State Warriors on the road as well. And Jalen Green dropped 35. Tommy Shepard at 18 points. Looks like the Woodsmen got 33 for Anderson, off to an electric start this season. Carney had 30 off the bench. What? That's one of his best games of his career. Halliburton had 23 and 12. That actually might be Carney's career high. That's got to be his career high, I want to say. Let's see, where is it? I might have already skipped past it. Looks like I did. Yep, that is his career high. 30 points in 19 minutes. 8 for 11 from the field. That's elite stuff right there. Good seeing him play well. Graves with 5 for 7. So, good numbers here. Keon Murphy, 3 more blocks. Maybe he's going to be a paint defending stud off the bench for us, which was kind of the whole point of us bringing him in. Our first loss comes against Memphis in our second matchup against them this year. Anderson had 29, 7 and 4. Still keeping up his solid play. 17 for Halliburton. Don Payne did not shoot very well in this one. Keldon Johnson, 11 points off the bench. And yeah. Looks like the Grizzlies got 24 this time around for Murray, and 18 from Guy Cooper. Will Hollins, 12 and 7 off the bench. Then we took down the Nuggets in a low-scoring affair, 96-91. This was also on the road. Jokic at 23, 9 and 10 with 7 steals. He was just a couple of steals and a board away from having a quadruple double on us. Are you kidding me? Looks like LaMelo only had 12, 5, and 6 and shot poorly as well. Anderson with 23. Graves had 17 points and shot very well at 4 steals. Good seeing him keep up his defensive play. Don Payne 11 and 15. Halliburton 15 assists, but did not shoot as well in this one. Then already our third matchup against the Grizzlies, and this time we blew them out of the water after losing by 1 in the last matchup that we saw a couple minutes ago. Kobe White, or no, it's Charlie White III, the center, 14 points. Murray had 12 and 8, but nobody else really did a whole lot. Halliburton has his best offensive day of the year to this point with 35 and 9. Anderson not slowing down here with 30 points. Bobo at 13. Don Payne a double-double. Keldon Johnson supplying double digits off the bench for probably like the 5th or 6th time already in this season. And another good win. Then on the road, we took down a struggling Suns team thanks to a very strong second half where it was tied at halftime. We came in the third quarter and dropped 43 on their heads to put us ahead, and we stayed in front the rest of the way. But Booker drops 38 and 7. Ayton and Copeland both have 20 plus. The Woodsmen got 31 again from Halliburton, 22 for Anderson, 15 for Bol. Azette making his first appearance, drops 14 points and shot very well. Don Payne, another double-double. Keldon Johnson and Keon Murphy also in double figures. Good seeing that. I'm not noticing a whole lot of offense scoring-wise from Herman Pollard. We'll see if that keeps up. Then it was a home win against the LA Clippers for Vancouver. Halliburton drops 22. Anderson has his first game below 20 points. Keldon Johnson a 19 off the bench. Bol supplies some offense, as does Graves, shooting 5 for 10 and 3 for 6 from 3. Good seeing that. Don Payne, 13 and 13. Azette shot well off the bench. And, yeah, a much better offensive day for a couple of guys. Strickland, 19 and 9. Ingram, 17. Ellis Wright, 14. Gordon Dunn, 14. And Drew Ewing, 13. Then this time around, it's the Warriors using a very strong second half against us to come out on top by 16 points on our home court. 22 for Anderson, 21 and 12 for Halliburton, and double-doubles for Bol and Don Payne. Is that once again playing well off the bench? Todd Graves shot well. Keldon Johnson, poor day shooting-wise, but that's all right. He's going to have those occasionally. Jalen Green at 32, while Tommy Shepard and Quinn Baldwin both had 20 or more. And would you look at that? We took down Minnesota. They are 2-7 to start the season. Love seeing that for them. I hope they're in the dirt for the rest of this franchise. Halliburton 26, 7 and 10. Anderson 26 points. Don Payne probably his best game of the season with 16 and 19 and 4 blocks. Azette once again getting involved offensively. Keldon Johnson bounces back. And we're looking pretty solid here. Graves as a starter. No points here in this one. But honestly, he's more of a defensive player anyway, so who cares? The Timberwolves got 17 for Kispert and 15 for Jaylen Brown. Haywood 11. Forrest Rivers. He's in Minnesota? Are you serious, man? How's he been doing? Looks like he's still around the same overall that he was by like year 2 or 3 with us. Can I see his average, please? I skipped over it again. I'm so bad at this. Holy crap. 14 points per game, 7 boards, shooting 41%, but is not shooting well from 3 at all to start the season. After that, we lost to a very strong Miami Heat team who are now 8-3 on the season after this most recent simming stretch, and they blew us out this time once again on our home court. 27-6 for Halliburton. Anderson had his worst day of the year with 11 points. Graves had 10, Bol had 16, Don Payne 15 boards. Azette not shooting as well on this one. Keon Murphy 0 for 7. Just a lot of guys having some off offensive days. We shot poorly in this one. And the Heat got 27 for Tyler Herro, 19 for Tari Eason, 17 for Wendell Moore, and 16 for Dustin Vincent, who is averaging 19 points per game this year for them and shooting over 50%. That is per 36. He's averaging 17 points per game, but is still shooting very well this year to start, and he is in the 3rd year of his career. So that's good for Miami, I guess. And they do have Miles Turner, and he had 9 and 6 here in this one. And finally, we're coming off a blockbuster win, a 35-point win against the Brooklyn Nets, thanks to a strong fourth quarter showing. 18 and 6 for Jaden Ivey, 16 for Anthony Simons, and 14 for Isaiah Mobley. The Woodsmen got 29 and 11 for Halliburton, 26 for Anderson, 24 and 13 for Don Payne, and 21 for Keldon Johnson. Our big four, I guess, from last season, for most of last year, have their best total team game here in this one. Azette supplies 12 points off the bench. Graves at 8 points and shot well. So I'm glad that he's not taking too many shots per game, and I'm glad that he is hitting the shots that he's taking. So that's always good news. Bol had an off day, but he was the only guy who shot poorly whatsoever. And that's a good one right there. We shot well from the field, shot pretty well from 3, and 91% at the charity stripe. Always good to shoot well in all 3 phases of the game. And now we are heading into a game against the Celtics. But first, let's just see a quick stat update on the team. Who's doing what. I think I have a good idea on who's doing what. I mean, Anderson is supplying the offense with 27 points per game. He's shooting lights out. So is Tyrese Halliburton with 23 and 10 per game. Love seeing that. Bol, Carney, Don Payne, Keldon Johnson, all averaging 12 points or more. Azette averaging 10 off the bench in his sub role for Carney. Love seeing that. Playing pretty well. Nobody has shot poorly except for Carney, who is shooting around 40%, but otherwise, most guys are off to a really good start. Graves is even shooting pretty well with 46% from the field, and from 3, 28%, so definitely needs to work on that. And it looks like Keldon Johnson is off to a slow start from downtown, but that's all right. I assume that'll get better as the year goes on. Keanu Murphy not shooting out as well off the bench, but I'm not going to see it as a problem unless he takes a lot more shots. But so far, he's taking less than 4 a game, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. It is the early goings of the season. But yeah, a lot of guys are contributing, and I like what I'm seeing from pretty much all the players that are getting some playing time. All right, so the Celtics, they are also 9 and 3 this year, so this is going to be quite a early test for us against the league's best duo with Luka and Tatum. And so you could either go with Graves guarding Luka or Graves guarding Tatum, and then having Tyrese or whoever guarding Tatum. I think I kind of want Bol to guard Tatum to start off and have Graves guard Luka. I think that's what I want to go with. They do have a bit of a taller lineup than we do, just barely though, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And Bryce Reeves can supply some offense for the Celtics too. Let me see how they're doing real quick. I just want to game plan for this a little bit before we actually jump in here. Looks like Tatum and Luka are both popping off, averaging 25 points per game and shooting very well to start the season. They do have D'Lo off the bench, but he's not going to start today. And it does look like Bryce Reeves averaging just below 8 points per game. He is 6'10". I think I'm comfortable putting Anderson on him instead, maybe, and putting Graves on Luka. So I think that's the game plan that I'm gonna roll with. So I'll set that up real quick, and I'll come back once that's done. We're gonna start by having Anderson guard Bryce Reeves. For Luka, we're gonna put Graves on him, and for Tatum, we're gonna put Bol on him. Obviously, I can change this around if I need to, but we'll start with this for now. So here we go against Boston. It's the debut of our black uniforms, and we're going on the road to TD Garden to take on the league's best duo. Is this by chance an early finals preview? Who knows? Both teams are 9 and 3 off to really fast starts, and we're going to see who can come out on top and move to 10 and 3 on the season and have some bragging rights here. Here we go in Boston. The tip-off is won by the Celtics. That's Jalen Duren at center for them. Here we go against Luka and Tatum. It's going to be quite an interesting matchup. The 77 looks really weird in the Boston uniform. Definitely different font than the Mavericks. I think it looks better in the Mavericks jersey anyways, but whatever. Payne to Graves. Shot clock at 5. Graves, mid-range jumper, missed it, and Payne gets the board between 3 defenders. He finds Bol for the assist. And that'll get this game started. Luka finds Lawrence Hall, who had that high potential a couple years back. Duren gets the offensive board and scores the first points for Boston. Going to see about that matchup between him and Payne, because he's averaging 16 points per game. Payne's not doing as well on the offensive end, but you know what Payne can do on the defensive end, as Anderson stuffs that one in off the assist from Bol. Good passing early on. Tatum off the screen, gets by Bol for a second. He gets below the rim and steps out of bounds. That is a turnover. Halliburton lobs it. Don't like seeing that, but Payne's there for the board, or I guess the loose ball, and he scores his first points. Time counting down. Luka has to launch it. That one's off the mark. Graves was there in his face. We'll see how well he can lock down Luka. He's a bit of a slippery fella, but and he can also knock down, you know, those contested shots. So we'll see if Graves can have any big impact there, as Payne knocks it down from the elbow. And Vancouver leads 8-2 early on. Luka trying to get by Graves. Can't shake him, though. He finds Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Blocked by Bol. Reeves is there with the board. Graves almost gets a steal. Hall jacks it up, missed it, and Reeves pulls down the offensive board. His fadeaway is up and in. That is going to be probably the toughest matchup we have in this game, at least from what I can tell, is seeing if Reeves is going to grab more of those offensive boards thanks to having that matchup against Anderson, as he pulls down the offensive rebound, and Hall fouled Payne. That's the first foul against Boston. Graves with it again. Off the screen for 3. Offline. Want to get the ball out of his hands when the shot clock is counting down. Mismatch down low. Graves guarding Duren. He backs him down. He's just too small. Good try, though. Bol to Halliburton. He'll pull the trigger from downtown, and that one's not going to fall either. A couple of missed tries from beyond the arc early on for the Woodsmen. We still have Halliburton guarding Luka. Off the screen, he fires and knocks it down. We're all tied. Anderson. Size mismatch against Lawrence Hall. He kicks it back out to Bol for 3, and that one rattles in, but his foot was on the line, so it's a long 2 instead. We'll take the bucket, though. Luka gets around the screen. It was a good one, and he knocks down the shot. Graves in the face of Tatum. Got it to go. That's his first bucket. Lawrence Hall gets down low, scores, and was fouled by Todd Graves. This free throw will give him a chance to put the Celtics in front for the first time in this game, which he will. It's 13-12. Halliburton, the 3, has yet to hit one. On the other end, quick pass, and now it's Duren with the add one opportunity. Reminds me a lot of the finals where the Cavaliers got out in transition very quickly. Similar story here. The free throw is up and in, and just like that, it's Boston up by 4. Anderson cuts, Payne finds him. Should be an easy look, it's good. Over halfway through this first quarter, it's been a pretty even matchup so far, as we almost get another steal right there, but no luck yet. Got a hands on a couple of those, though. Tatum, nice step back, open shot, and he knocks it down. Keldon Johnson checks in for the Woodsmen. Looks like Todd Graves will take a seat, so going with a more offensive lineup the next couple of minutes. Halliburton gets down low, fires, and drew the first foul on Duren. The fans don't like the call, but we all know about Boston Celtics fans, don't we? First free throw is up and in. Looks like Guzman, and I forget what that other guy's name was. DeAndre Hunter. That's who it is. They both check in as Halliburton knocks down both. And I think my game plan for watching games this year is to probably do a little bit more per game, like probably 8 minutes for each quarter. Maybe 9 for the fourth or somewhere around there. But, yeah, we'll see about that as D'Angelo Russell, former Woodsman, draws the foul. He's been on quite a few teams in his career, huh? Got to be upwards of like 8 or 9 at this point, I feel like, right? Been a lot. Bol feeds Payne. Low block over Guzman. Come on, you got to hit that. There's barely a shot contest by Guzman there. D'Angelo Russell pulls the trigger from 3, but that one's offline. Chance for us to close the gap here. Anderson cuts again. Payne, late pass, but he still finds him, and he scores again. I want to get some three-point looks for him, though. I do know that, you know, we had changed the priority last year, and I have not changed it back to his first one. And I don't think I will, but I still want to get a few more looks for him from downtown and just see if we can knock some of those down, because so far, we haven't really done a good job at getting open looks or knocking down the regular looks. So I want to test the waters there. I'll watch one more offensive play, though. 5 on the shot clock. Halliburton hands off to Payne. What a pass. A nice driving layup from Don Payne to tie things up at 20 apiece. And that right there is our cue to sim ahead, folks. Vancouver led by 3 after 1. 30-27, but now it's 36-30 with about 8 to go in this first half. Luka and Tatum back out there with the rest of the starters for Boston as Luka scores immediately. We currently have Vanderbilt back out there with Keldon Johnson, Payne, Halliburton, and Anderson. Off the screen, Halliburton over the top, back to Payne. Nice pass, bucket and the foul. That's the second on Duren. Don Payne already racking up some points here in the first half. The free throw is off, though. Luka trying to attack Keldon Johnson. He finds Duren instead in the paint. Time counting down. Tatum has to fire. Tough shot, no good. And that was Anderson right there in his mouth. Halliburton sees Payne. Mismatch against Reeves. Spitting shot. Got it to go. Don Payne showing some offensive skills. He's got 10 points. Tatum trying to attack the basket. Keldon Johnson stays in front. And Tatum has to pass out of it. Shot clock winding down. Luka has to force the triple. Deep 3, and they called it a loose ball foul on Duren. That's his third, with just over 6 to go in the half. So foul trouble for Jalen Duren, as Bobo will check in place of Vanderbilt. Screen from Payne comes over. Anderson covered well by Lawrence Hall so far. Bit of a size mismatch. Halliburton top of the key. Got it to go. The assist goes to Anderson. Catching fire here in the second quarter. 11-point lead for the Woodsmen. Luka from the elbow. Thought about pulling the trigger. He finds Hall instead. Out of a shot, he finds Reeves for the open tray, and that one drops. Yeah, man, these unis are incredibly clean. I am proud of myself for putting these together because holy crap, I love these. Screen from Payne. Halliburton hesitates. Fires, and it's blocked, but he had Payne wide open for the jumper. They go up ahead quickly to Bryce Reeves. His shot is up and out. Halliburton to Anderson. Top of the key, wide open. Can't leave that guy there, all by himself. As Graves walks over to the scorer's table, had to check back in, and he will after this timeout from Boston. You can see right there that Boston and the Heat are both tied at 9-3 for the lead as of right now in the Eastern Conference early on. Less than a month in, but still a good sign for both teams to start off the year that strong, just like we have. Looks like Zubats, another former Woodsman, will check in for the Celtics. As Lawrence Hall, Tatum all stay out there. Luka, double team coming from Keon Murphy. He's late to find Tatum, but he misses the wide open triple. Now quick pass to Bol, and he draws the foul on Zubac. That's his second. So far this year, Bol averaging 12.4 points per game on really good shooting. Well, I guess it's good shooting if you're a guy that takes a lot of jumpers, but if you're a guy that works down in the post, it's not that good. But he takes more jump shots than he does anything else, so I think I like that field goal percentage at 47. There's a mismatch down low, though. Graves once again on Duren, and it's not going to work for us that time either. 10-point game. 4 to go in the first half. Halliburton takes the screen, fires the 3, and that one drops 2. Graves gets stuck on the screen. Luka gets the mismatch against Murphy and knocks it down in his face. Gotta watch out for those switches there. Halliburton to Anderson. Another open look from downtown. That one's not going to fall, though, and Luka skies for out of nowhere. Up ahead to Hall, but Anderson, nice job to recognize the pass there and step in front. Luka, step back jumper. Missed the shot this time. Anderson steps back. What is that shot? Not sure what happened there. That was a wild animation right there. Luka gets the feed, has a decent look, but misses that one too, and Murphy ends up with it. Halliburton to Anderson. He's got Tatum on him. He fires at the rim. Can't get by him, though. Good defense. Tatum trying to push the tempo. Launches from top of the key, but that one won't fall. Zubac rips down the rebound. He won't try for the putback, though, and he's called for a 3-second violation. As Omer Zetz, former and now current Woodsman, will check in for the first time that we've seen. He'll be playing point for the last 146 of this quarter. Anderson to Zetz for 3. Open shot. Got it to go. He knocks down his first one. Love seeing that. Welcome back to Vancouver, sir. 5 on the shot clock for Boston. Hall finds Cam Thomas in the corner for the triple, and he answers right back. Murphy hangs around, sets the screen. Anderson fires a mid-range jumper, but it hits back iron. Boston can get within 10 or so points here to end the first half if they want to. 9 points so far for Anderson, 4 per 8 from the field. Only has taken 3 3-pointers, which is, you know what, that's a fine number. All wide open look. Missed it, and Zubac pulled another offensive board, and Cam Thomas will not hit this time from beyond the arc. Zet against Russell and Hall. Double teamed. Bol for 3. Missed it, and Duren pulls it down. The offense is slowing down here to close the half for both teams. Cam Thomas, step back, triple, no. Zubac, another offensive board, and he beats the buzzer. It's 53-44 at the break. That was 3 offensive boards pretty much in a row for Zubac. Pretty strong first half, all things considered, but our lead has been cut down to 7 in the third quarter with just under 8 to go. We'll see what happens the rest of the way until we reach the fourth, then we'll send a couple more minutes before we jump back in. But we're here for the rest of the quarter as Halliburton misses that tray. He is taking more of those than Anderson currently is, so that is curious. But he's 2 for 8. We're kind of used to this kind of play from him, and we know how he can get hot from beyond the arc at any point. So gonna look for that here in the half as Russell fires and misses. Getting some early playing time here in the third as Anderson knocks it down in transition, and our lead goes back up to 10. DeAndre Hunter on the baseline, blocked by Payne, and Halliburton chases down the rebound. Good work. Bol double teamed, trying to work over, and he does. He scores over 2 defenders. They have tried to double us a couple different times on just like our big men. As soon as they catch the ball, they have tried to double team Bol and Keon Murphy a couple of times. As Hunter this time will draw the foul on Payne. That's his second. The third on us here in the quarter so far. First one is up and good for Hunter. The Zubats will check in for Bryce Reeves. Don't think he's going to get like another string of offensive rebounds. The free throws are good. Halliburton cuts. Bobo finds him. He got past Russell, and he's in there for the lay-in. It is kind of weird how Boston has pretty much all their backups in the game right now, and then not even halfway through the quarter. So I'm kind of curious what their subs look like in terms of like what time they're going to bring their starters back in, as Guzman just set a screen out of bounds, which means that we take over. Halliburton, another open chance from three, but once again misfires. And now almost a steal for Keldon Johnson. Bo ends up with the ball, so good deflection right there. They got 15 more rebounds than we do. Are you serious? How are we up by 14 points? They are outboarding us by that much. That's crazy. Cam Thomas, long two. Can't knock it down, and Payne skies for it in the face of Zubats. Good to see him outbox him. I just said outbox. I meant box out. Jesus. Mismatch though for Bobo down low against Russell. Should be easy work. Pump fake. Land the layup. We're up by 16 points. This game is slipping away right now with these subs in for Boston. They got to bring Tatum and Luka back in if they want to close this gap, as they will call timeout. Russell attacks the basket and somehow missed the shot, but he got by Pollard all on his own. 1 for 6 start for Russell. We've seen that kind of performance time and time again when he was on our team. That's why he was traded. Zubats, I guess, gets a steal. Okay. Russell for 3. Missed again. We do have we have 4 backups in there right now with Bol, so we'll see how this offense operates. As Azet fires at the rim, can't get it to go, and he lost the handle on the board. Guzman rips it down. Hunter from beyond the arc, no, and Bobo boxes out Zubats. Christ almighty. Pollard lost it again. Another steal, this time it's DeAndre Hunter. Hunter finds Zubats. He kicks it back out to Cam Thomas, and his jumper is nothing but nets. We've had 6 turnovers. They've had 15, and we haven't even done a good job of like working off those. We only have 9 points off 15 TOs. They got 5 on our 6. Screen from Murphy. Pollard fires from the charity stripe. That one's off, and Guzman pulls it down once again. Pollard's now cold thanks to his turnovers and the missed shot. Cam Thomas for 3. Hits again in the corner. 11-point game. Under 3 to go until the third quarter is over. Murphy to Pollard. He wants to attack Russell. He draws the foul, and this time he hits the shot too. That right there is how you break out of a cold slump. Vanderbilt will check in for the Woodsmen. This Pollard's free throw is up, and it's off the mark. Are you kidding me, man? Come on, that was your perfect chance, and now he's still cold. Russell for 3. Can't knock it down. When is he going to be cold, huh? Not yet, I guess. Keldon Johnson finds Vanderbilt uncovered at the rim. Look at this passing by us, man. We have passed the ball very well in this game. Off the screen, Cam Thomas for 3. Got it again. He's catching fire here in the third quarter. And they still, I guess their starters play the first, 4 minutes of the quarter. And then they sat the rest of it because there's 2 minutes left and they still have not checked back in. I guess they're going to play the entire 4. That's my best guess. Azet over Thomas. Should be an easy look, and he knocks it down. I am really liking the offense that he has provided, and they have shot poorly. 5 for 17 in the second half. Cam Thomas has at least 3 of those buckets. Screen from Guzman. Russell goes back to him. Pick and roll. Not going to work here. We cover that one well. And now Zet almost gets a steal off Thomas. He has to just launch a half quarter. Great defense right there by Zet with some great offensive plays too. Zet to Pollard. Wide open three. You got to hit that, man. But Zubac steps out of bounds trying to grab the rebound. So we will get the ball right back. As there are the standings that we already saw for the Western Conference. Vanderbilt throws it right to Hunter. He jumped the pass intended for Keldon Johnson. We've seen us turn the ball over on inbound passes quite a few times over the years. Russell for three. This time will knock it down. That's his first make since the first half. Zet rolls to the rim. Murphy finds him against Thomas. Scores again. There's just a bit of a size mismatch there, and we have taken full advantage of it. It's Tatum and Duren. We're going to check back in next dead ball. Screen from Zubac. Thomas. Added jarred loose by Zet on the pass attempt. Boston keeps it again. Guzman on the screen. Russell the three. Not two in a row. 1 second separates the shot and game clock as Zet drives and scores. Look at this guy go to work on Cam Thomas. That was a beautiful drive. And he got the foul as well, as now the starters come back in for Boston. Zet's free throw. Up and good. Really enjoying what he is providing on the offensive end. And a couple of nice defensive plays alongside them as well. Last shot of the quarter goes for the Celtics. Luka. Thomas for three. Not this time. And the quarter ends with Vancouver ahead by 16 points. Boston has yet to find their offensive rhythm. Well, game's not over yet. 8:31 to go, and they have started this quarter 10-2. So they have brought the game back with an 8. We're going to see if the starters can close this game out. And this will be a nice win for our current resume this season. Anderson at the rim over Tatum. Can't get it to go. Another good stop at the rim by him. That drought is not accurate. We have definitely scored, unless we scored like the first couple of seconds of the quarter, as that one's blocked. But of course, they get it back. Would love a stop on this possession. Don't want to let them back within a couple of buckets now. Come on. Russell time counting down. Graves is there. Well covered. And Duren gets the board. Come on, guys. 6-point game. Got to get the offense going here. Need a bucket on this possession. Screen from Bobo. Anderson back to him. Wide open Shrey. Gotta have it. It's not good, though. And a three could make it a one-score game. Tatum. Wow, that is a dangerous shot. How does Luka get the board? Duren, come on. We got a rebound, man. I get that, Luka's a good rebounder, but Christ almighty, they've been killing us on the glass in this one. I haven't seen us lose this badly in a while on the boards, as Payne draws the 4th foul on Duren. I'm not sure it's going to matter that much if Zubac comes in, because he's been eating on the glass as well. Free throw good from Payne. Would love both to fall. It's always an adventure, but he does do it this time. Big shots. Luka finds Tatum across the court. What a pass. And just like that, they have cut the gap to 3. 5 more three-pointers made than we have, and that's kind of been a running theme the last couple of episodes from what I can recall. The play for Anderson, trying to respond. Wide open Shrey, nothing but nets. Good answer. Russell, long 2, missed it. Honestly, give that guy some more shots, but not that open. Bobo to Halliburton, wide open shot. That one's off though. And he is only 2 for 9 from 3, only got 10 points in the game, as Tatum is fouled and he got the bucket. Come on, guys. We're collapsing here in the 4th quarter defensively. Tatum's free throw is good. It's back to 3. Halliburton, long 2. No dice, and Reeves gets the board between Payne and Bobo. I thought we had that rebound right there, but I guess not. And now Halliburton gets the ball thrown right to him. We're back with it. Nice pass to Anderson. He steps into a jumper. No, he goes right to Bobo, who's even more open than he was. Great passing. It's getting dicey, folks. This one might come down to the wire. We've seen plenty of games like these before. It's always nerve-wracking. Luka, back to Reeves for the 3. It's good. Come on, man. They got to start missing some of these. 5 to go. 2-point game. Anderson rolls. Halliburton's in the corner, though. Screen comes from Bobo. 5 on the clock. Halliburton back to him. Over to Payne. And he's fouled. The 5th on Duren. That's a big foul. Cam Thomas will check in place of Tatum. What? They're going to leave D'Lo in there and bring in Cam Thomas. Honestly, bring in a Zet and see him go to work. Anderson, tough shot on the move. Got it to go. He's only got 19 points, but he shot the ball pretty well. On track for a decent day, around 24, 25 points maybe if he keeps this up. Hopefully more. We're going to need it as Graves picks the pocket of Jalen Duren. Fast break. Graves to Payne. Kicks it back out. Honestly, good job. There's not a good look there. Bobo feeds Jalen Duren. And now they have the ball right back. What was the point of that, guys? Come on. How's he even jumped that pass? Halliburton gets a steal, though. I think that was jarred loose by Graves again. Halliburton, another 3. Just not his day, and Payne really has not had too many offensive boards at all. They have done a good job on the glass, and Halliburton's really just maybe having his worst offensive day of the season. Maybe. Luka, fade away. Got it. That wasn't bad defense either. 2-point game. Just over 3.5 to go. Sloppy basketball from both teams, but they have picked it up on the offensive end. Halliburton to Anderson. Had him wide open for a moment, but he missed him down low. He will find Graves. Open 3. Come on, man. No! We just cannot count right now on the offensive rebounds. Luka lobs it for Duren. This game's tied at 90. Graves finds Payne. Nice pass, and he fouls out Jalen Duren. That's number 6. The free throws for Payne coming up as they'll be forced to sub out Duren. They're going to bring in Guzman instead of Zubac, and Lawrence Hall will check in place of, I believe, D'Angelo Russell. First free throw is off the mark. Come on, Payne. Please, we have led almost the entire game. The free throw, the second one's good. And Boston calls timeout, down by 1. We need these starters to all step up right now. Graves included, guarding Luka. We need Halliburton to start hitting some shots, and Payne to start boxing people out and pulling down some rebounds, because apparently counting us making every shot. Luka, that's a push-off, bro. Are you kidding me? And the shot's good. Boston leads for the first time, and I feel like since like the first quarter, maybe? It was a 16-point game to start the quarter, man. How did this happen? Halliburton to Anderson. Corner 3, wide open. It's good. He's stepping up. We're back in front. Thank God. Let's lock down on defense, though. Luka lobs it. And Reeves posterizes Anderson. Are you kidding me, dude? Who is this guy? What the hell was that? That was well covered until it wasn't. Every bucket counts now. Graves, the triple. That's not going in. And we just... I cannot recall the last time that we pulled down a offensive rebound, man. It's been none since the first quarter. And we desperately need to stop here. Luka. Step back. How is that not blocked? He still missed the shot, though. Payne was there. Great shot contest. Cross-court pass to Anderson. He attacks the rim and gets the foul called on Hall. That'll put us in the bonus for the rest of this game. Under 90 seconds left. big free throws coming up for number 5. First one. Good. Second one. Up and good. Ice in his veins. No threes, no fouls, please. Luka makes it happen, though, and it's tied again at 96. Only 14 points for him. 7 for 17 is Tatum. They're just going to let Tatum sit the rest of the game. Halliburton almost lost it. Do not let Graves shoot at all. Just don't. Don't do this to me. Graves. Bounce pass to Payne. Got to find a better look here. Anderson. Can he do it? Overhaul. Missed it. Payne gets the offensive board, and he scores. Let's go. Luka. Over Anderson. Missed the shot this time. Up ahead to Graves. He hands off to Anderson, and they're just playing a little two-man game of hot potato. Halliburton back to Graves. He's guarded by Luka. A shot here could be the game winner. Oh no. Can Graves knock it down? The shot of his life. Left it short, and Boston calls timeout, down by 2 with 14.8 on the clock. We have had some really bad looks these last couple possessions. Well, here we go. Last play of regulation. No threes, please. No threes, no fouls. They got the ball in the hands of their best player, Luka Doncic. Tatum's still not out there. Interesting stuff. Screen from Guzman. Luka over Payne. Missed the shot. And that is a win for the Woodsmen. 98-96. What a just crazy finish. This game had no business being that close after those first 3 quarters. But we send the Boston fans home upset and sad and mad and angry. Vancouver moves to 10-3 this season. Good stuff. A tough game against the Celtics. They really made us work for it there in the fourth quarter, outscoring us by 14 points and nearly getting a win. But we hang on to secure it in a very low scoring affair compared to what we're used to, but still, we take the win every single time. Jalen Duren, before he fouled out, was the best player on the court with 17 and 14. Tatum had 16 points, but did not see the court those last 4 to 5 minutes for some reason. Luka did not shoot as well in this one. Graves did a good job. 14, 10, and 7 for Luka. 14 for Thomas, who was really good off the bench. Reeves kind of surprised me. A couple of nice plays by him, but D'Lo had some struggles. Lawrence Hall struggled. And we came out on top behind 24 for Anderson with a couple of clutch threes and a couple of clutch free throws too. 24 and 7 for him. Don Payne, one of his better days this year. 19 points, 13 boards, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Love seeing that. Omer Azette. How about this guy? Showing up when he came in and just destroying Cam Thomas. Bobo, a couple of nice plays. Halliburton shot horribly, but did have 10 assists and 4 steals, so he made up for it on the defensive end for the most part. Vanderbilt, 2 for 3. Keldon Johnson, pretty much saw nothing from him. Keon Murphy, not a whole lot here, but still played pretty well in 12 minutes off the bench. Graves and Pollard did not shoot as well, but it was a bad offensive day for both teams. For 3 for us, really, we were bad besides Anderson, but we came out on top. We had more points in the paint, but they killed us on the glass, man. Look at this. We had 6 offensive boards, they're 16. They outboarded us by 21. How did that happen? And we still won the game somehow. I have no idea. I guess because we had 13 steals. They had 21 TOs, which is horrible. But a good win against a great team. You take that every single time. We moved to 10-3 on the season, and we move up to second in the conference ahead of the Pelicans. Now just a game and a half back from the Spurs, who have played one more game than we have. But they always get off to a good start in the regular season. But all things all things told, really good first month of the year. I like what I'm seeing here. And, yeah, we're going to pick it up next time. If you guys have any teams you want to watch in the future this year, then let me know. Here is the next month of the schedule. So we'll see about which team we face. I kind of want to avoid watching the Spurs until maybe later in the year because that could be a matchup that happens later in the playoffs. So we could look to watch a team that we have not watched too many games against, like the Mavericks, for example, who no longer have Luka. And some other teams like Portland, perhaps. Not Minnesota. Maybe Atlanta. Who knows? But yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. What a game, though. What a finish. And we're going to pick it up next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, and go Woodsmen. Peace.